Alright everyone, let's get this party started.
A few moments later.
TC, you are the man. I randomly have problems with my mic, with Windows setting my mic to 0 volume, and I don't know why. Thanks, TC. 30 minutes into the stream. That explains so much. Thank you.
Yeah, he's lying.
30 minutes into it, man. 30 minutes into it. So much explained right there. Like, what would I do without you? You're like tech support, good advice, and an awesome follower all in one. Don't you can never go anywhere. You're permanently have to stay with me, man. Thank you. It's going pretty good, actually. All my testing so far has been good. I've been running weird comps, seeing if I could get rid of Xenia here in SW10. That didn't work out, but let's me run some other fun stuff. What issues are you seeing? Are you seeing some big issues that's causing instability, or your comps aren't working anymore, or what's up? Oh, you know what? I don't have a Dark Fox. I don't have a Dark Fox at all, sir, so... I was reading briefly in Discord that that people were noticing their Dark Fox wasn't dropping big numbers anymore. That's a bummer, sir. I am sorry to hear that. Did your run times go up big time? Is that how you noticed? Oh, wow. Gingerlicious. Thank you very much for that. I really, really appreciate it. You're a pretty awesome person. Thank you very, very much. That is amazing. Thanks, Ginger. I can't say that enough. I really appreciate it. Dude, SW10 resist. Yeah, you rock, Ginger. You definitely rock. With 80% accuracy misses a lot. Dark Naga with 100% accuracy misses. Oh, man. That's rough. Oh, I didn't see the time. 1 minute, 23 seconds. So, Baba Kruk is slower than Snake Lady. I wonder if I can fix that somehow. You know, I'm not noticing the resist. But here's the thing. I'll be honest with you, TC. And people were giving me grief or guff for this in my streams and in Discord. But I've always gone for a 100% resist or 100% accuracy. So I've honestly not really noticed anything because all mines have super high accuracy. So I feel good. I mean, I'm not trying to throw that in people's faces. Please don't take it like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I always felt like just saying I'm going to stay at 60% or a little over 60% was a bad move. And that's why I went so high. And like I said, I'm really not feeling that, the extra 15% innate resist. I'm just not. Well, so far, right? Because I've only been farming so I can 6-star my water AA. Oh, Darkstar 4203, you are an amazing individual. And I sent you will win the lottery tonight. But when you are accepting the money, you do not have to give me a dime. Just give me a shout out for my Twitch stream and we'll call it even, buddy. You're going to win big. You're going to win big. Come on, Baba. Get us under a minute 10 or minute 11 and you'll be better than Snake Lady. Come on. Ah, she's not going to do it. It's going to be slower. Oh, and she died. Oh, that's disgusting. Disgusting. But we lived. We lived. Oh, what a bummer. All right. So what we'll do, we'll change this up a bit. We'll change it up a bit. Because I have a unit I like to bring here that is weak to this element. But when I manualed him, I saw my times go up. So we're going to throw in Kendrick the Nature Pirate. Now, Kendrick was broken. The reason why I hadn't been using him was because skill 1, which is a 2-second or 5-second OGD ongoing damage was broke. When the boss spawned, he would never use it. He'd just sit there and just kind of look, you know, cool with his monkey. He actually has a monkey. That wasn't like a euphemism for something. He actually has a monkey. So, let's try him out. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure if he's going to work. Because in all these comps, I am giving up survivability. And that's because I ditched my Nature Naga. So when I did that, naturally I lost the shields. So runs can go sideways. But it's update 1. Let's see what works. Let's see what doesn't work. I mean, if you have a pirate, I mean, he is great. I'll show you the damage screen after this. But he actually does decent damage, which should only get better now that his skill 1 is fixed. Like, I don't care he's the weak element to this. I don't. I never have. That's why I brought Nature Naga here. And let me say this. Nature Naga, this is a true story. So I leveled my Nature Naga. He's what I had. And I was failing this, and I needed survivability. But people said, don't use Nature Naga. Raise your water one. But my Nature one was already max 50, really good runed, or geared. I threw him in there anyway. He worked great. I mean, he worked really good. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to dual Naga it just for ultra stability so I don't die. You know, things go great. So I ran dual Nagas. When a Naga dies, it is always my water one. So I thought something weird was going on. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll take out my Nature Naga and I'll put in another survivability unit. Like I put in Amethyst, right? Guess who died? Water Naga. Put in my Nature Naga, never died. And it was like, I still do not understand why. Like, it's just, you would think the water one would live and the nature one would die, but that's not how it goes. And actually that run was slower, 1:24. I was too busy telling my story to see if I missed a stripped or a buff block or something. Let's see how that went. Wow, this was way better before. Maybe, you know what? But this guy was only 5-star. This guy was only 5-star back then. So that could be why. That could be why. I want to do that again, though. I want to do that again. So, one other good thing they added in Update 1, which I really like, is all of the buffs are AoE. So, or excuse me, are unlimited range. Before, what would happen is you would get into this, how do you position people to cover all your units to get all the buffs? And no matter how you did it, how much is my accuracy and build? Okay, we'll take a look at that TC after this run. I believe my Manus is 97 accuracy. And on Adept Vital, I think, because I did swap around his gear after I bought that, the gold pack. Since I had enough gold to finally fix everyone's gear. So we'll have to double check it. I promise I will check it after this run. It should be 97. I might have actually, you know what? I might have sacrificed like 2 skill points and went, and it's 95, maybe. So Zinnia missed a strip there. I saw in the beginning. The buff didn't go away, and I saw her use that water lash thing. Oh, no problem. Dude, TC, you have been here, my friend, since the beginning. I got to take care of you, dude. I got to take care of you. I got you. I got you. Oh, we should still win. Yeah, we do. All right. So far, these comps, I'm going to have to go. Old Reliable is still going to have to be the comp I run. The crazy ones don't seem to work, even after the update. All right. How did he do? All right. It failed. Lesson learned. We're going to try ED10 after this. Let's take a look at Manus. 99%. Oh, that hurts a lot. And look at that, 24 KHP, really low. I'm working on it. There's the defense, blah, 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 and the gear. I am Adept Warding. Hey, let's get that last point, because it's bothering me. I know I'm supposed to be saving this money to 6-star my Zephyron. I just got to do it. It's 1 point away. I'm one of those people like where I have OCD about those kind of things. Like it'll haunt me. I'll be asleep and then I'll have a nightmare about like I needed this 1 point to save the game universe from neo-Nazis. I mean, I don't know where I was going with that. I lost it halfway through, as I'm sure everyone could pick up. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I have 100% accuracy because they did fix it. There we go. Well, dude, I've always been a fan of 100% TC. Always. Like, take a look at my Zinnia. Well, okay, don't look at my Zinnia. I lied. Don't look at her. Don't look at her. Look at my Snake Lady. Look at my Snake Lady. There we go. 100%. 100%. I am working on Zinnia, though. I am working on her. I am. I promise. Now, my Nagas, I tried to get as close as I could, but because my Nagas I view as strictly support with... I don't need 100% accuracy because they're only returning a debuff. And I have other units that do the attack down and all that. So I went 85 on this one. And then it got really hard to find good accuracy gear because so many characters were dependent on it. Alright, let's see if my ED10 comps work. I'm bummed my weird SW10 ones don't work though. I am leveling this guy, that's why he's in there. But we'll take him out. Let's throw Kendrick in there. Can you use your fastest with the Snake Lady perhaps? Because I might build my... Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's what you say to JJ's.
This is old... Oh, you wanted my fastest, though. That was with him out. And with my Snake Lady in. I'm trying to remember. I've been playing with so many today. I think this was my fastest. But I think when I did it this morning, it got... Oh, wait. No. I think you had me make a change where I was using water AA. And I don't remember who I took out. And that was actually the fastest one. Was it... I took out Alia?
I just got on it, smart one.
I can't remember. I think this was my fastest team, though. I think. Dude, when you get to be my age, I apologize. Forget stuff like this. You do too much at once, and your brain just kind of goes, That's the sound it makes. It just goes, which is not helpful in any way. So you're stuck with this look like you're trying to divide by 0 when someone asks you a question like, you know. And kudos if some of you got sort of where that reference came from. All right, here we go. We're 50 seconds into it. We'll see how fast this is going to be. Zinnia was the only one that got stunned by that AoE, so we shouldn't lose too much time. I think my fastest is still like a minute 22. No, my fastest was that weird comp I was running, but it wasn't stable. This one's actually stable.
What?
Yeah, see, a minute 22. That's 100% normal for me. Like this one here, I think this is the one that I was running before that you recommended. And I think I took out Snake Lady. And I was running... You had me take out something. I'm trying to think of what it was. What was it? Was it Snake Lady? We'll see. Was it this one? Oh, good job. Thanks, dude. I like playing with... Like, I have teams I know that's stable. Like that last team I showed you, it's pretty much rock solid. Like, I get like a 98, 99% win rate. Naga. Okay, was it Naga for AA? Okay, we'll put that in because I think it was slightly faster. Like I think it was like 5 or 6 seconds faster. I'm just such a huge fan of Naga.
Alejandro,
That was, I remember. Okay. All right. I'll throw that in here next time. Wow, did it really affect your runs that much where you're looking at a whole new team, TC? Like, I mean, how bad is it? Is a team just unstable now, or is it slow? Like, what's going on?
I didn't take it as real.
All right. It looks like we... Oh, he got the stupid
I was taking
shield. Oh, good job, Zinnia. That's my girl. I would really like to... Yeah, man. It's so unstable. Oh. Well, that's worse. If it was slow, at least it's, you know, good. But if it's unstable, that's not usable. Yeah, it definitely wasn't this team. You were right. It probably was Naga for AA. I'll throw whatchamacallit back in there. Definitely wasn't this team.
Alejandro, here.
Dark, I really like those icons. Are those like deer with gold on their heads? Because I think that looks hecka cool. Alright, let's fix this. Snake Ladies work, man. So does Baba Kruk. Baba Kruk, I just did some tests, is slightly slower than Snake Lady. But if you don't have a Snake Lady, she'll work. Mine's is built Mortal Keen with like 86% crit. Hey, Ogle Full Waffle. You know what? I love waffles, and you are a visionary for using that in your name. I mean that. Waffles are amazing. I actually make, on every other Saturday, I'll make my family stuffed waffles. I'll use some cream cheese and some other stuff. Oh, awful waffle. Oh, no. Not awful. Why are they awful? What did you do? Do I want to know what you did to make them awful? Well, that is a cool emote. That is something I have to work on. Oh, so, dude, salute your shorts. You know, salute your shorts. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen that in holy smokes. So you're kind of, because I know what that is, you're kind of giving away your age range a little bit with that one. That's awesome. Paintball Bubba, dude. Bubba is awesome to have in a name. It just is. Like, my dad had a friend growing up who was called Bubba, so I've always been partial to that name. So kudos to you for working it in, man. Good job. Yeah, it was this team, TC, because we're 3 seconds faster on that run. No problem, man. I will admit, though, I do not like paintball. I'm being honest with you. I don't, for one simple reason. I do not like pain. And I know people say, oh, it's a fun pain. No, it's not. There's no fun pain. It doesn't exist. It just hurts. I don't want to be shot with paintballs and experience pain. It's not a good time for me. Not at all. All right, let's check out ED10. I want to make sure those... You know, one of my favorite shows, because Awful Raffle, It's a Rush. I can see that. Maybe I'm just too old to get it. Maybe that's it. But Awful Waffle, like another old show, it's even before, it's around the same time as Salute Your Shorts, I believe, was You Can't Do That on Television. You happen to remember that? And Barf Burger. My name in online games for a while was Barf Burger. Let's see. Let's throw this guy in here instead. Let's see how that works. Oh, dude, was he all right? Like, you didn't... I mean, you shot him in the... Wow. Yeah, You Can't Do That on Television was awesome. That was one of my favorites. But it was around the same time as Salute Your Shorts, so I figured you would remember that one. You know what? Awful Waffle, I think we just became best friends. I always like it when I find another child of the decade I'm from. I won't give away your age, so... But that is my decade too, my friend. And it is the best decade in American history ever, except for fashion. Wow. That is pretty terrible. Are you guys still cool? Are you guys still friends? I mean, he knows it was an accident, right? My hair is turning the color of your beard. Yeah, my beard is getting it, but my hair isn't. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But normally I like to go bald. This is too long for me. Like, hopefully I'll have this taken care of by a Saturday stream. I'm just really lazy. I do it myself. That's alright. You know, it's cool though. A fellow gamer that has seen some experience in his life. Let's just say it like that, right? We're highly experienced. Oh, okay. Yeah, taking off your goggles in a paintball match. I mean, I don't even play that much, but I know that's a bad idea. And the only reason I know it's a bad idea is because I saw Starship Troopers, and if you remember the training scene where he tries to fix his helmet, I mean, that was just an indication that this is not a good thing to do. Starship Troopers was a really good movie. All the crappy sequels, direct-to-video sequels that came out were not that good, though. The book was amazing. Yeah! Like, that was the best part. What's he gonna do? Like, oh, yeah, yeah. Dude. Oh, Waffle. You are the man. All right. That was... So this team definitely is not working. That was just a train wreck and a half right there. Let's follow that under not successful. And I really like the pirate too. I want to make him work. He worked before. Let's take him out. The weird thing is, if I take him out and I use this guy, which I'm leveling, man, I'm still not over that medic. That part was like... well, Pete is over here, and Pete is over here. What do we do? I mean, like... Oh, that part was just golden. That was golden. Oh. You know, since you're around the same time, Waffle, you happen to remember, a movie called Weird Science? It's one of my favorite classics. One of the classics from that decade. Kelly LeBrock was the big draw for that movie. Steven Seagal's ex-wife now, I think. Oh, dude. Oh, Waffle. Man. You, sir, or gal, I apologize. I'm assuming gender here. But you're pretty awesome. Like, I like it.
Lucky with the traps, so it's not getting cocky.
Weird Science is one of my favorite movies from that time. You know, back then, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, and I'm not trying to turn this into a political thing or all, but back then we didn't have to be PC. You know, there's no political correctness back then, and things were fine. They really were. I honestly, political correctness and this oversensitivity to people is just so odd to me. It's like we're training people to be whiny. Just complain, just complain. It wasn't like that back then. Like, could you imagine, like, movies that were made then would never get made now? Like, 16 Candles, how it was, I mean, it was very stereotypical of a lot of races that were in there. Yeah, it does, dude. It does kill us. Like, we lived. Like, we survived without all that.
He's just mad that he was one of the first ones to die.
This is a good time.
Yes.
Good time in American history, in my opinion. It's a really good time. Didn't have to worry about all that BS. You could call, like, you know, I used to be a really heavy guy. Now you have to say heavy. Back then, someone could have called me fat. And it wasn't really an insult. It's like, I was fat. I mean, I really was. So it's like, I just don't know why you can't say that. You're not trying to shame people or anything. But anyway, I said I'm not going to make a political thing. Waffle understands. I don't need to go any further. All right. This team still works with a half-leveled unit, but my team with Pirate doesn't. Yeah. Yep. That's what happens. That is what happens. Sorry to all my other viewers. If you're not around Waffle and I's time period, you might not get what we're talking about. So, you know,
That's
sorry.
A waste of 200. You wish you had
All right.
more.
So we know that team still works.
You wish you had
What other crazy thing? This guy work. You know what? Let's dual Snake Lady this. Even though she's not ascended, let's. I think she's geared. Is she? She is not geared, so that's not gonna work. Ooh, let's use Casey. Casey has a dot. Let's see if that works.
You're stupid. I have that one.
I really like Casey. If you haven't built, well, actually, you know what? Before I say if you haven't built her, build her. Let's see how she works. Before the patch, she actually worked pretty decently. And the funny thing is, you know, what you'll notice in my stream is, and I've said this before, I'm not free to play. I am not a whale, but I do pay. You know, there's many times I've even done it on stream where I'll buy a pack or two even. So I don't mind testing weird comps, building units other people might not build, just to let you guys know if it will work or not. And the reason why, I figure I can take the resource loss, right? I can invest in making a 5 or 6 star unit that maybe might not be optimal. But if you're free to play, or if you're one of those people where you really like to mind what you're doing, then you don't want to build that unit, find out it's garbage. So I have no problem with making those types of builds. And that's why I built Casey. That's why I built the Nature Warlord, whose name's Malice, I think. And that's also why I built Dr. Synapse, whose name I really like, and that is the Nature Scion, who, yes, he does work in ED10. Holy smokes, Casey got one shot. Like, just one shot. So, I don't know. That wasn't good. No. That just wasn't good.
I'll take a picture of her.
And actually, we got to the boss slightly quicker, so it could have went good. Let's see what he said. I made some gear adjustments earlier today, then did ED10 twice in a row for the first time. Then fell 4 times in a row and went back to ED7. I know how that is, man. When and you know, I laugh, and I don't mean it disrespectfully. It's just that I laugh because I remember that. I remember trying to, you know, gear up and get my team comp ready for ED10 and going in, failing, and then you get that 1 or 2 wins in a row, and then it's just all downhill. It happens. If I could throw a suggestion at you, is go slow. Meaning, I don't mean like go slow in building your team. I mean, go for a slow, stable team in the beginning over a really good DPS team. Because my initial ED10 team was Nature Naga, Zinnia, Water AA, Mojo, and I think that's it. Oh, man. Drag. You know, I wasn't there from the very, very beginning with using the water imps to manual Dragon's 10, but I heard about it. I had come in around the time they introduced, oh my goodness. I'm trying to remember who it was that replaced the need for the imps. But I came in around that time. So I didn't have those types of runs. My first few Dragons runs were like 5 to 4 minutes. And that was Verdless, by the way. They sped up once I got Verd. Let's try her one more time, because she did get one shot. You know what? I should have checked her gear. Maybe she's not geared. Alright, so we are supposed to be talking about the update. So why am I running ED10? What does that have to do with the update? I get so sidetracked. So while we're running all these different comps and things like that, is we're seeing if these teams are still viable after the update. Because there was a lot of changes. There was a lot of buffs. So we're seeing if it still works and if some odd ones work. We did already check out Arena and PvP. I will go back over that, though, for those who joined the stream late. And speaking of joining the stream, so everyone who joined from Ginger, I should have said this earlier, but thank you guys. I really appreciate your support. Kind of a small fish, so any and all follows that I get, it means a lot to me. It really does. It means a ton. So I appreciate it. Thank you for staying, and thank you for coming out. But I will go over the other things that I missed that you guys may have missed for those who joined late. Streams typically are Thursday, either starting at 5 or 6. Sometimes they can be late because I do hit the gym after work and then shower up and then I come stream. So it varies between 5 and 6 depending on how it goes. Usually it's for an hour and a half. Today's stream will be an hour and a half. And then the big stream is Saturday. It's always 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. More than likely, it always goes over. It never ends on time. At least it hasn't yet. Maybe it will this week. We'll see. But that's my stream times. All right. So she lived. And it is actually slightly faster with her. I think her issue is HP, obviously. Or she doesn't have gear. It's one of the two. Because I did go through and redo a bunch of units. Manus, Xenia, Zircon, Mojo, Rhoda. Okay, yeah, that is the standard team. Okay, so your team is solid, Waffle, but why you're failing is actually the last thing you said. It's your gear. If you don't have good gear, it's just not going to happen. So in my YouTube videos, I did like a kind of a progression video, and I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you, my friend. So what you should do is you should farm ED7 until you're blue in the face. Get everything you need. My recommendation is a week to a week and a half. I mean, of solid ED7. Oh yes, crit rate gloves with accuracy, but this flat attack is garbage. I'll still keep it. So anyway, sidetrack, sorry. So farm that, and then what you do is you hop into, and this is, I know it's going to sound weird, SW4. You farm SW4 for a solid 2 weeks. I'm serious. Like, what you should do when you're farming these dungeons, your process should be, okay, you go in, you do all your dailies, get that out of the way. If you burn all your PvP energy, that's fine. If you don't, if you just, do it for the daily quest, that's also okay. But once you do all that, it should be non-stop ED7 or SW4, whichever one you're working on for that week or two. Once you do that, by then you should have enough gear, RNG being your friend, to go ahead and hit either SW10 or ED10. But gear is huge. Make sure you only get percent substats in your glove, wrist, and shoulder pieces. Never go for flat stats in those. And then make sure your subs are relevant to what you're building. So if you're building an attack unit, you're looking for like crit rate, crit damage, and attack subs. HP percent subs or even flat HP subs can always be a good fourth sub, but that fourth one really is up to you. Whatever you want, it feels is going to help your team progress. Wow, really? That, my friend, is some bad luck. Wow. Let's kick her out. Let's try something else. You know what? I promise this. Okay, so let's take a look at Arena. So here's the new menu. I really like it. And here is the Revenge. I have been using this all day today. Well, not all day, when I can. Only thing I don't like is it's not chronological. If you take a look at the times, it goes 11 hours, then 12 hours, then 13 minutes ago, which I lost. And then 1 hour ago, 8 hours ago. I really wish it was from newest to oldest. That would be great. Or even oldest to newest. I don't care, as long as it was like some kind of order. But it's good. Also, when you revenge, like, where's that 13 minutes ago I lost? Let's just do that as a test. Oh, 14 minutes now. So watch, when I revenge this guy, this will change to a win. And I don't know if that's a win because I revenged, because when you actually win, this one, 11 hours ago, I believe was just a flat win. So I couldn't revenge, right? So when I revenge this guy and it becomes a flat win, I won't know that it was a loss I initially had. And why that's important, knowing when you lose at a glance, is because it can tell you how effective your defense is. If you look at this right now, You would think, oh, dude, your defense is okay. It looks pretty good.
That's what I just said. Unless
Yeah, I stream on Thursday, sir. I start between 5 or 6, just depending. But yeah, get some sleep, rest up, Waffle. Thank you for coming out. I'm really glad I met you. I'm glad I met you all. I'm glad I met you all. All right, so watch. Let's revenge this guy. Oops. Sorry. Let's revenge. There we go. Revenge. Thank you, sir. You as well. I hope those drops get better. This team is really going to be a walk in the park. It should be. I say that now, and then they're going to destroy me, and I'm going to look goofy.
It's because it's representing your guys' team.
Skip. They really need to add to skip all
Actually, my mic is pretty
all little in-game movies. That'd be so... Oh, I got...
your team,
Okay, I always wait till they're up in the air and Xenia stuns to hit my ult, because they can't respond, right? They can't heal, they can't do anything, because they have that stun.
They're honestly just...
Did I? I had one without a revenge button? Okay, but watch. So did I have one without revenge? Let's see. Maybe I just missed it, Crunk. It is possible I missed it. I definitely don't. Let's see.
Dude, you're actually dumb.
Yeah. I know. Thank you for the points. I appreciate it.
Getting a random trap kill is freaking skill.
Oops, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Last
There we go.
match, I said that was a lucky trap kill, and you're like, oh yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay, so this.
Right there.
So I guess my defense is Garbaggio. I only had one. I actually won. So that tells you I really need to work on my defense, right?
I saw a lot.
Like big time. Need to work. Thank you for that catch, Crunk. I completely missed it. I was wrong. Yeah, and then it grays out. Okay. The more you know. Alright, so that's the new menu. And then attack, I really like this. It tells you what your current league is and then what's coming up in the next league. This week has been really competitive, but I haven't really been burning through my energy. Like, I'll use one or two here or there, but I haven't really dedicated a lot to it. Alright, the other change that I showed was the champion change. Now, the champion selection change. Now, as we all know, like myself on iPhone X, doing this simple move right here is not always fun. You'll flick, and then, oh, you're in iMessage now, and you just accidentally sent your wife a message that says GGGGG because you were thinking you were scrolling. Now, with the new update, we get... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just... Oh, that's... I'm sorry. Oh, my God. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Now, you do give up the cool little 3D avatar you have there, but when you're on iPhone and you don't want the stupid thing to scroll to some other program, it's just amazing. I mean, it is. It is. Now, the other update I covered was this. Sell multiple. Where were you all my life? This is like that first time you had a really good piece of New York cheesecake and you tear up and you feel the joy in your mouth. It's like the cheesecake, you bite into it and it releases mouth party Excedrin into your mouth and it goes into your body and it hits your brain and it's like my whole life has been a lie. I mean, that's how awesome this multi-cell is. And no, because look, think about the old way. The old way was you went to each little individual one, scrolled down and said, okay, what did I sell this? And you went to the next one and said, okay, come on. You cannot tell me that to this is not phenomenal. It is. And look at this. You actually have an inventory count. Remember that whole don't go over 400 thing? Remember that? And we were like, well, I don't know if I have 400. How do I know? Now, when you click this, there you go.
That's me on
it's there.
I'm trying to shoot this.
I mean, it's really good. It is really good. It's good. It's good. And then, of course, since we're here, Monkey got hecka buffed. Monkey, they literally game loft, went to Monkey. You know, they called him up. It's like 5, 6 a.m. He's hanging out in his monkey tree doing monkey things. And they're like, dude, we know you're unemployed. We know no one's using you. We know you're just sitting in the box going, what do I do with myself? So all he did before was just this. This is all he did. That was the extent of Monkey King's usage in DHC. He was cool animations when you were trying to get to someone else in your champion list. Now, from what I understand, he should be good. Have I used him? No. Would I use him? Yes. But I really want the water one. The water one looks like a one-hit KO arena team all the way. All the way. So those are the cool changes. We're getting towards the end here. We got about 20 minutes or so left. Just want to throw this out there for you guys. If you didn't know, there is a common disc event coming up. So don't use your common disc for now. Hold on to those bad boys. The rewards are going to be pretty good. Pretty good. For those that get that reference, kudos. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. I like a lot of movies and TV, so you'll notice a lot of times throughout the stream I'll say things and give you kudos if you know what it is. 1800 plus E. I've been using mine's TC because I've been trying to make more 6 stars, so I've been flying through common disc. And I stopped about 3 or 4 days ago. I stopped using them and started building them back up. The other change is on your friends list. Now at a glance, you know who is online. And then you know who is offline. Just so you know, if you ever add me, I do kick people after 24 hours. I do wait exactly until 24 hours. Because some of my friends, I notice, I don't know if they have like a timer or something. They'll go to like 22 or 23 and then they'll log in. But those are all the changes. Of course, there's an inbox change to where now it'll ask you to confirm if you do claim all. But let's get back to Weird ED10 Teams, the sequel. Here's Dr. Synapse. Now, you got to admit, that is one of the coolest freaking names. Like, Dr. Synapse. Like, we're talking about champions, right? You're all like, well, you know, I've got Casey. She works pretty well. Mojo is doing really good in my SW10 team. And then some guy walks up, it's like, oh, yeah, Mojo is great. You know, I use Alia in SW10. And you got the dude who's all punk rocked out. He's like, I got Dr. Synapse, and he's just rocking it. It's like, come on. He's got, the guy with Dr. Synapse, way more street cred. Mojo? Casey? I use Dr. Synapse to get the job done. That's just awesome. You gotta, I really like that name. Baba Kruk and Dr. Synapse. Like, honestly, I'm gonna make a team where it's those two together. Like, and I'm gonna like get super nerdy with it and write fan fiction on how they had this epic battle between the two of them, and they became friends, and they decided to take down the evil Steel Widow and Elder Drake together. We'll call it, oh, let's see, what are we gonna call it? The Adventures of Synapse and Kruk. Boom! There we go. The Adventures of Synapse and Kruk. Look for it at a store. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit to making a team with Dr. Synapse and Bubba Kruk. It's gonna be called. Yo, this is gonna be awesome. You heard it here first. And I have never, just so we're clear, I've never written fan fiction. It's never happened. It just hasn't. Not that there's anything wrong with writing fan fiction, mind you. Not at all. I just personally haven't done it. That's all. I did, I had someone on my Facebook page who used to write, this is a true story, I'm not a fan of this, but used to write the vampire, the popular vampire one. Oh, God. You know, the one with Team Jacob and Team Edward. Twilight. She wrote Twilight fan fiction. And my Facebook page at the time was notorious for making fun of Twilight. And one of my friends picked on her really, really bad, and she unfriended me, and it was funny. I actually read some of it, and honestly, it was like, it was bad. It was pretty bad. I mean, it was. Yeah, dude. It's actually Baba Kruk. I was corrected on that, and I never believed it. And today, randomly, I was using her, and I noticed the name. It is Baba, B-A-B-A.
We're not even fighting.
I don't know why I thought it was Bubba for the longest, but there you go. Yeah, Baba Kruk's one. Believe it or not, I didn't have any snake ladies, right? I started my ED10 and SW10 farming snake lady list. So I needed another OGD, and I went with Baba Kruk. And she didn't let me down. She's slightly slower than a snake lady, and mine's is fully geared, decentish accuracy. Ooh, excuse me. But she is slightly slower. If you do have a snake lady, they are faster. I know, I do. You should, and you should, because she's just cool, right? She's cool. But in the back of my mind, yes. Well, see, I have I use Alia, the fire blade master for my wave clears. Well, Alia and Baba Kruk though are super fast wave clears. It's just that because her OGD isn't as reliable as a snake lady, the boss kill is slightly slower. So my runs with her are like 8 to 9 seconds slower than without her or with the snake lady. Yeah, the hag's awesome, man. The hag, I mean, honestly, I've always been. I actually have a YouTube video just on that. Yes, you can use her over a snake lady because I believe in her that much. Like just like Dr. Synapse. Like Dr. Synapse, like no one talks about him for ED10. But the dude rocks in ED10. Like, he does really good. But I don't know why people don't use him. I mean, and the point I always try to make to everyone, guys, and why I do these different teams, not only to help you out and prevent you from wasting it, but just because you see a meta team, like, let's say you ask a question in Discord, or you ask a question in someone's stream and say, hey, buddy, can I use X unit for this team? And they respond with, well, no, why would you use that? Because X unit is better. It's like, I don't work like that. Because here's the thing. Regardless if something is better, if you don't have it, it's actually not better for you because you don't have it. So every time I build something that's out of the box, it's so people who maybe have this unit, but they don't have other units can go, you know what? I'm not as bad off as I thought. I can use this unit and still accomplish the same thing everyone else does. It may be slower, but you will still get the job done. Because I don't think it's fair when someone asks for help and they're immediately told, oh, well, you shouldn't use that because it's not the greatest. I mean, it's like, well, I don't have the one you're recommending, so what do you want me to do? And saying to just summon for it is just, that's not going to work because even if you have decent funds, you're not guaranteed you're going to summon exactly what you want. So that's why I built these units. Thank you. You do. 100% right, Crunk. 100% right. You gotta work with what you have. And that's just how I roll, man. I like helping people out. And honestly, I like building these units. I mean, some people will be, oh, it's a waste. You have Dr. Synapse just because you wanted to test it. Well, guess what? I built him. I found out he has the cool ass name. And now I want to run them together with Bubba Kruk and have them be Shake and Bake. The Shake and Bake. I really like that movie, so kudos if you get that one. Alright, so we tried Dr. So far, most of my ED10 teams work. Bubba Kruk still works, or Baba. I'm such in a habit of saying Bubba. Baba works. You know what? Let's get crazy. Let's do something crazy. Let's run my old farmer with... Let's go Amethyst instead of Mojo. Nah, not going with Mojo's back, so I need his defense buff. I really want to finish this Esper. You heard your name? Hey, Bubba. Alright, let's run my old farmer, just for grins. I don't think Berserker's got any buffs or anything, and I have no idea why I'm doing this. I really don't recommend you run your 2 farmers in any group, unless you just have like 2 Blade Masters and you're OP like that. But yeah, this probably isn't the best. Let's see how he does. I want to see his damage numbers afterwards, too. At least I won't have to worry about him not getting heals, right? Because he's on Vamp Keen, I think? No, Vamp Vital. Vamp Vital. I like his name, too. Crude. Waves are dying very slow.
Well, we survived longer, so...
So slow. This is going to be a long run.
Oh, shut up, because you even said...
Man, you fight top
even
30
said
every
if
week.
No one gets 0 kills,
I'm so jealous.
whoever gets the
Like,
longest
dude, you know what?
wins that round.
Sentinels,
So
I actually want to build the blue one.
No,
I really
you
do.
said if no
One,
one
because
gets a
I can
kill,
use them in 5v5,
then
and another, just
the
because
person
I
who
think the
lasts the
Sentinels are
longest
awesome.
wins.
I like their art design of that robot on a single wheel because, and this gives away my age, it reminds me, so does this, I'm assuming, but it reminds me of Rosie and the robots from the Jetsons, the old cartoon back in the day. They were all kind of like that, where they had this single wheel and they look like rolling trash cans. So just for nostalgia, I want to build them. And plus, in 5v5, I got wrecked by one once. Like, I mean, that Sentinel wrecked me. I tried to run away. It grappled me, electrocuted me. And I was like, oh no. Dude, yeah, Rosie. Rosie the robot. But that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Oh, crew died. Who didn't see that coming? Everyone saw it coming. Everyone. I just did it just to see. So, now you guys know. Don't use crude. Oh, you know what? I always forget about Blitz. Yeah, I miss those too, Bubba. I miss them too. They were good times, man.
Yeah, I see it.
Those are some good cartoons. Oh, like, what about Pinky and the Brain? I remember, I used to... Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs. Like, I remember one episode, I thought I was going to die laughing. And it's where they go to visit Chopin, or no, they go to visit Beethoven. And Beethoven's all like, they're like, oh, you're playing the piano? What are you? He's all, I'm a pianist. He's all, you realize this is a kid's cartoon, right? You can't say that. And I started laughing so hard. Oh, dude, the Herculoids. That was a good one. What was Gloop, right? Gloop and Glop were the two gel or blob things, right? Gloop, Glop. Was that it? And Pinky and the Brain, to this day, I still make those references. When somebody asks me, are you thinking when I'm thinking? And I'll be like, sure. But if a duck and a bird fall in love, or no, if a duck and a frog fall in love, where are they going to make a home? It's like, that or, yeah, but where are we going to find rubber pants our size? What? Man. Oh, Pinky and the Brain, Anatomy Hacks. Good times. Herculoids, good times. I'm a fan of comedy, though. Yeah, Gloop and Glop, yeah. Yeah, or Thundar the Barbarian. That was around the same time, too. I like Thundar. The Sun Sword.
Now this kid stopped.
Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah.
DuckTales was good. You know what? I got super addicted to it. Like, I wouldn't miss it. It was always one I watched. But I got really addicted to it when they introduced Gizmo Duck. Like, that was like, oh, it was awesome. But you know what? All the Disney ones, the classic Disney ones back then were good. Like, I watched them all. Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Tailspin. I even owned the Tailspin game for the TurboGrafx 16. I got it for Christmas one year, and I couldn't stop playing it. Tailspin, what else was there? Darkwing. Oh, Darkwing Duck was my personal favorite. I used to go around in high school, as embarrassing as this is. I wasn't like the super nerd, but everyone knew I was pretty nerdy. I wasn't ultra popular. I was just like the normal kid, right? I didn't fall into the cool kids or anything, but I would actually say, let's get dangerous when we're going to do something. And one other guy got it. Me and him ended up being best friends for quite a bit. Yeah, Tailspin was like one of my favorites. Oh, we Tailspin, oh, we Tailspin, dun, dun. Friends for life through thick and thin with another tailspin. Spin it. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. But, yeah, I like Tailspin. I still know the theme song word for word for every single one of those to this day. And yes, I own Bonk's Adventure. I had Box Adventure and Box Revenge for the TurboGrafx 16. And then when I was able to work, I was like cutting lawns and stuff like that. I actually bought the Turbo Express so I could play my games on the go. Yeah, man, that was good times. Those were such good. You know, another good one, a great cartoon from them, from then was, I don't know if you guys watched the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, because every Friday they would have The Legend of Zelda, and it was only on the Friday Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That was one of my favorites. Me and my best friend, when I would spend the night, would like just watch those nonstop. Well, excuse me, princess. Oh, good times. Good times. Oh, man. Dude, actually, I just realized I hit replay and I still had Crude in the group. I wasn't paying attention. So far, my verdict, let me try to get back on update 1 a little bit. I like all the changes. I like the balance. I like everything that they've done. I know some people, you know, are struggling now with a lot of the changes to some of the units. But overall, I actually like it. And mostly because of stability. You know, we've been at this for an hour, almost an hour and a half now. We got about 5 minutes left in the stream. And we haven't crashed. And that's a good thing. So overall, my rating to update 1, thumbs up. Thank you, Gameloft. All right, back to cartoons. Now that I got to make sure I try at least a little bit to stay on stream topic. But Saturday morning cartoons, I mean, it sounds like a lot of us grew up watching those, right? And they just will always have that special place for us. I mean, to this day, like, there are cartoon intros I can hear where honestly, it takes me back to getting up early Saturday morning and watching those. Like, another one from Saturday morning was, you remember Turbo Teen? The kid who, if he got, was it hot? He turned into a car. And then when cold water was thrown on him, he turned back into a kid. And then, I mean, it was just like so many masks, which I really liked. Masked Crusaders, working overtime, fighting crime. Secret Raiders, who will supervise. You know, see, I remember. I remember all these 80s cartoons because for years I got up and I watched them. But yeah, it was good times. It was definitely, the country was different. The times were different. Oh, Captain Planet. We're the Planeteers. You can be one too. Saving our planet is the thing to do. You know what? This is a true story. I'm not making this up. My like 4th or 5th job boss looked exactly like Hoggish Greedley from Captain Planet. I mean, I wish I could show a picture or give his name so you guys can look him up and be like, oh my god, he does look exactly like Hoggish Greedley from Captain Planet. But I swear to you, like, if you were to see him, like, out on the streets, you know, you'd be like, oh my god, Hoggish Greedley is a real person and he wants to destroy the planet. Like, this guy exists. And it's weird because, cartoon-wise, another true story, I used to work with a guy who looked exactly like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. I'm not making it up. The guy looked exactly, weight, everything, looked exactly like Peter Griffin. He did. Anyway, Captain Planet was good though. It was. My kids and I watched a recent Nickelodeon show called OKKO, and it's about this little kid who's training to be a superhero. And believe it or not, they brought Captain Planet back in that show. Like, Kwame had like left and the team had broken up for some reason, and they needed Captain Planet again, and so Kwame gave out the rings to like some of the people in the show to bring back Captain Planet. It was actually one of the only episodes that I watched. Me and my kids didn't like it much, but if you ever get bored, look at it. Yeah, the show's called OKKO, and there was a Captain Planet episode where they honestly bring Captain Planet back. The art style is different though for that particular cartoon, but it was Captain Planet. And I think the bad guy they were fighting and couldn't beat without him was the girl. I don't remember what her name was. I don't think it was Hoggish Greedley. It was the girl. Alright, guys. We got like 2 minutes left in the stream, and I'm a little hungry. I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, you know what? It's always a good thing to do. One of my favorites, and it was a lesser known one. Let's see if you guys remember it. You ever see Bionic 6? And it was about a family that has a tragic skiing accident. Or it wasn't skiing. They were going to go skiing, and it happens there. And they end up replacing like their damaged parts with Bionic. So it's called Bionic 6 because the whole family is Bionic. But it was one of my all-time favorites as a kid. It was on Saturday super early morning, and then it was on weekdays really, really, really early.
But you still.
But it was a good one. It was a good one. There were so many cartoons back then. Like one I never saw, but YouTube introduced me to was Brave Star. I never saw. Oh, dude. What about? Of course, we're missing the super classics: Thundercats, Silverhawks, and then. You remember how back then, like, all the bad guys had some super cheesy transformation? Those were so funny. Like, what was Mumra? Ancient spirits of evil. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Transform this decayed form to Mumra, the ever-living. Oh, He-Man! How could I forget He-Man? He-Man. I liked He-Man. Oh, good times. Very, very good times. You know what? I hope you guys all come out for my Thursday stream. This is just an hour and a half that I was going to do. And typically Thursday streams are an hour and a half as well. But I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go get something to eat, spend time with the wife and kids. I really appreciate everyone who came out to this stream. Thank you, Ginger, for sending a pretty large group over my way. I am honestly extremely grateful. You never seen a black guy turn red until that moment, but I was like, whoa, where'd all these people come from? It was a great thing. Thank you all for coming, and all you dudes and dudettes out there, stay frosty.